This morning, I'm travelling to the beautiful Yorkshire village of Holmfirth, where I'm to embark on a pilgrimage of the sights and locations from the sitcom Last of the Summer Wine. Once I arrive in Holmfirth, I immediately put on my flat cap, as I can't begin to stress how important it is not to draw attention to oneself, as the Yorkshire people are an extremely primitive and arrogant race of people, so blending in is a must. My first impressions of Holmfirth are ones of disappointment. Main criticism being that the town is much busier and noisier in real life than it is on the television. I mean, just look at the place. There's fucking traffic everywhere. But that is soon forgotten once I reach my first Last of the Summer Wine location, Sid's Caff. Sid's Caff was at the heart of almost every episode of Last of the Summer Wine, and imagining the programme without it would be like imagining a Rob Zombie film, only without his silly wife. Next stop on my tour were the only steps from television history that could rival the famous steps from the Martin Scorsese film Battleship Potemkin, and here they are. The steps that once led to the home of TV's favourite battle axe, and prick tease, Nora Batty. One of the many things that I loved about Last of the Summer Wine was how sassy all the female characters were, be it Nora, Ivy, Edie or Pearl. These were the kind of women many men would pay good money to be abused by. But for myself, I would have to say that it was Marina that was the one that whetted my appetite for mature women. But she was later replaced by Charlie Dimmock from TV's Ground Force. Next stop on my tour was the Last of the Summer Wine Museum. Only it was closed. But no matter, time for a pint. I haven't really got anything for this section in the film, as I wasn't expecting to be in the pub so early. Oh look, there's a bus going over the bridge. I'm afraid to say that this bit is probably not very interesting for you, the viewer, at all, in fact. I quite like San Miguel. It's not a bad beer, although it's a bit syrupy. Sits heavy on the stomach, and if you're not careful you might end up being a bit sleepy if you have one too many. I've embarrassed myself many times due to alcohol, and it's probably the reason why I don't have any friends. Oh look, it's another bus. Sorry. Whilst that pint settled, I decided to cool off and hop on the Holmfirth bus tour to be given a history of the town. Although things seem to stir off topic somewhat.
Beyond that, right on top of the moor, that's Saddleworth Moors, where Brady and Hindley, the most murderers, buried the children.
Thought-provoking stuff. But surely the bigger question is, were the Moors murderers fans of Last of the Summer Wine? Hindley, very likely. Brady, however, probably less so. Although I can imagine him being a fan of Stuart Lee, as I see similarities in their sense of humour. I'm now heading up Upperthong Lane to find St John's Church, where in the grounds is the final resting place of Bill Owen. Despite having a massive ego and being a cold and distant father, Bill Owen led a good life, and lived to a great age. He was also a lifelong supporter of the Labour Party, even if all of his children were privately educated. I've been asked numerous times what it is about Last of the Summer Wine that I enjoy so much. When I began watching the programme at age 5, I saw something there that I've longed for ever since. Freedom. And for me, the world of summer wine represents just that. A place where one is free from the burdens and shackles of responsibility. A place where beautiful scenery constantly looks over you. And as silly as this sounds, I would happily spend my twilight years doing as either Compo, Clegg or Foggy would have done. And as I sit here, admiring this beautiful view, away from the burdens and shackles of my own life, I, Jack Doyle, for the first time in my life, actually feels free. At least that's my excuse for being an old fart before my time. But at least I'm not watching superhero films or reading Harry Potter books. Those people are weird. And until next time, it's back to my temporary low-cost digs, where I shall spend my evening drinking spirits from the bottle and watching Showgirls 2 on DVD. Yes, they actually made a sequel to Showgirls. Only then, when it suddenly occurred to me, many people would look at me and be very jealous of my life. And you know what? They should be. Goodbye.